Hope you had a great weekend, CA Hoops fans. Welcome back to another episode of CA Hoops Weekly Season Preview presented by Under Armour. I'm Bobby Broyles along with Rob Washburn, and today we get to take a look at Delaware. Let's begin with the women, and you can argue, Rob, that what Tina Martin did last year with that team was nothing short but amazing. They lose all those seniors from the year before, including All-American Elena Deladon, and what do? They reach the CA championship for the fourth straight year.
Yeah, I think everyone is aware of the tremendous success that Tina Martin has had with the Delaware program. She's the school's all-time leader in victories. She's led the Blue Hens to 12 20-win seasons, 11 postseason appearances in the last 14 years, and that run to the NCAA Sweet 16 2 years ago. But the job she did last season may have been her best by taking a team with 9 freshmen and sophomores back to the CAA championship game and then to WNIT. The sign of a great program is when you're able to overcome the graduation of several top players, then bring in a new group and keep on rolling, and she's been able to do that.
Indeed, she has high expectations for the Blue Hens once again this season, as they were picked second in the CA preseason poll. Speaking of those new faces that will be stepping up, Courtney Green was one of those players last year, Rob, that really made an impact for the Blue Hens, and now with the departure of Kelsey Buchanan, she will be carrying a lot of the offense on her shoulders.
Yeah, Courtney Green averaged 10 points per game last year and developed in one of the CA's top outside shooters, making 56 three-pointers. But she wasn't really the only player who stepped up last year. Erica Brown took on the difficult task of playing point guard as a freshman and led the team in assists. Forward Hannah Jardine started 18 of the final 19 games in her rookie year. And senior Joy Caracciolo became a force inside late in the year. She made the all-tournament team after averaging 10 points and 11 rebounds over the 3 games in Upper Marlboro.
Here is Coach Tina Martin at Media Day talking about her junior guard and her expectations for Courtney Green this season.
Well, you know, with Courtney, obviously she had 56 threes last year, and she is a very good three-point shooter. But I've asked her to expand her game, and now she's shooting off the dribble, she's taking the pull-up jump shot, she's getting to the rim, and we need her to do that. And we need her to even pick up her scoring more. So there'll be a lot of the offensive load on her, but it will be spread out to 2 or 3 others as well. But I think Courtney has really grown by leaps and bounds as a player. And yes, she can shoot the 3, and that stretches the defense and allows us to have an inside game because you cannot double down off of Courtney Green. But the bottom line is I think she's expanded her game now where she's more of a scorer and not just a three-point shooter. So we're looking for that this year, and she certainly has worked on her game overall this summer. So I'm excited for Courtney and what she can bring to the team.
Now, as we take a look at the Delaware men's team, they come into the season as the CA defending champions and a 25-win season. So many seniors, though, Rob, on last year's team now gone.
Yeah, what a year it was for Monte Ross and the Blue Hens as they won their first CA regular season title in school history, the first tournament title in school history, and made it back to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 1999. Now, that group featured a tremendous senior class, including 3 all-conference players and guards, Devon Sadler and Davon Usher, and forward Carl Baptiste. They were a high-flying offensive team that averaged 80 points per game, and they could score from any spot on the floor. Now, that senior class will deservedly be remembered in Newark for many years to come.
Because of all of that production, Rob, leaving this team, the Blue Hens were selected 8th in the predicted order of finish. One player whose role will have to change a lot this season is Kyle Anderson, who is really the only returner on this team that played significant minutes last year for the Blue Hens.
Yeah, Kyle Anderson is a 3-year starter who averaged 11 points per game last season, but he kind of flew under the radar because of all those other guys we just talked about. Now, he's a tremendous outside shooter who will likely finish his career as Delaware's all-time leader in three-pointers, but he will also need to be a leader for this young squad. The Hens return a solid post player in junior Marvin King Davis and a couple of sophomores in Devon Pinkard and Caslin Hayes, who got quality minutes on last year's team. Now, Delaware has several talented freshmen as well, led by point guard Corey Holden, but it's certainly going to take them some time to learn to play together and get adjusted to the college game.
Coach Ross talked about senior guard Kyle Anderson and how much his role on this team will change this season.
Well, he'll change obviously because he'll be a focal point. He'll be the guy that everyone, when they do their scouting report, they'll have to stop him. Now it's up to him. It's his turn. It's his time. It's his turn to step right into that limelight, step into that position of being the focal guy. And in terms of his leadership, Kyle has won since the day he stepped on campus. He has 62 wins in 3 years, so he's averaging 21 wins a year. And so he understands what it takes, not only to be a winning team, a winning program, but to be a championship team and a championship program. And those are lessons that he has to give to our younger guys, our 9 freshmen and sophomores, on a daily basis. By example, and also verbally. He has to tell them, show them what it takes to be a champion.
Coach Ross's team will open up Monday night, November the 17th, on the road at Liberty, while the women's team will also begin their season on the road Friday night, November the 14th, at Lafayette, both games slated for a 7 o'clock start. CA Hoops Weekly Season Preview presented by Under Armour will be back tomorrow as we take a look at the Drexel Dragons as both Bruiser Flint's and Denise Dillon's teams look to be in the race again in 2014 for the conference title. For Rob Washburn, I'm Bobby Broyles. We'll see you tomorrow.